Hello everybody, welcome back. Let me bring this back a little bit. Okay, so here's a Leica M8. I just did a video about this. Now I'm going to show you a slideshow. Um, I picked it up. They usually sell for about $3,000, but this is well used. So I got a good price on that. It came with two batteries, a 32 gigabyte SD card, the original box, no paperwork or anything. It did have at least a camera cap. And anyway, long story short, let's get into the pictures. And I want to show these off. So I've used these three lenses that I own. I picked up the Voigtlander Ultron, which was f2, 35 millimeter with this camera. And I brought my 90 millimeter APO Summicron from Leica to take the first few pictures. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do a slideshow. Okay, it's a lot quicker this way. Okay, so as we're scrolling down, it should. Now this is JPEG. The first ones were raw files. That's the original color. Now, watch what JPEG does to them. Isn't that something? Okay, so this is a raw file. So it's kind of like whitewash, washed out. And here's the JPEG. And here's black and white. So I was trying out the black and white also. So I see a little reflection. This is right out of the store. So this is yesterday. It was a beautiful day, hot, 100 degrees. I tried the different ones. So you get I had different saturations. I was doing the DNG and the which is always in color, and then the JPEGs were black and white. And then I decided just to stick with color. So I was trying out the 35 millimeter, and you can see now there's this bird. It's a pigeon, and she has two babies, but you can see more color in the JPEG. So that's raw. Now it's JPEG. And I'm trying to get used to the focus system. Rangefinder is a little bit new to me, but I tried to get it as best as I could. And I might have been a little bit too far away with the 35 millimeter. So, they tell you how many feet to go. And then I started studying about the magnifying part. You have to match up the items to get the right range distance. So some looks a little, out of focus, but the wind was blowing too. But actually, I like the colors. These are only 10 megapixel pictures, by the way, folks. And I think shortly I just go straight JPEG from now on. But now I'm also showing the bokeh, when I have in focus, when I'm not. And then I'm trying the different saturations. So what I've decided was, instead of the standard or the low, I went to the high saturation. I think I'm turning into a Ken Rockwell. But high contrast, high sharpening, high saturation. And depending on what lens, once I got the range sharp enough, and look at these pictures. I tried different settings, like this was, I believe, the low. I think this might have been the standard. I was trying different things with contrast to see which one I like. This is off of a TV. And you notice you don't see any lines or anything like that. And you can see how sharp and clear it is. And this is a commercial. But anyway, and there's Wanda sleeping. So you can see between the different settings I was using, the higher contrast, lower contrast, different shutter speeds, black and white. I settled on the automatic for the shutter speed, black and white. I got about 200 photos, folks, so this is going to be a long one. So just to show off the bokeh, and I believe this is a 35 millimeter. You can see the dog is not as sharp as the plant, and now I'm focusing on the dog instead of the plant. For a 10 megapixel camera with Leica colors, it looks pretty good. Now I do not have the incandescent, I just have the auto white on. And I'm showing off a little bit in the office, a little bit in the bedroom, taking different pictures, trying to figure out what the best settings are. And as I'm going through the day, finally got one lens. Supposed to get an adapter and a lens also today for the Nikon J5. So that's the 10 to 100 millimeter. I think it's like the 27 to the 270 millimeter equivalent. Got the 50 millimeter yesterday, which was the 18.5 millimeter at a 2.7 crop. You had a 50 millimeter. So you can see I even got a jet. I had so much trouble with the Nikon, different cameras and stuff, even with great stabilization. This camera, I swung it real quick, took a picture, hope it was in focus because I already had it on infinity, and look, it was just perfect. I couldn't believe it. So I'm pretty happy with this camera. And as you can see, clear shots. I did erase the ones that were kind of a little bit out of focus. But you're seeing the best that I can do out of this camera. And you can see I'm still messing with the saturation. But with the 35 millimeter, that looks pretty sharp. The Ultron, Voigtlander. And it has a UV infrared filter on it. So I'm taking black and white. And it goes up to 2500 ISO. So the 12500 and the 2500 are great for black and white. The color, I would recommend 640 and down. And there's, I love my Yorkie. Look how sharp that is in black and white. Now watch this. There's the high saturation. And I just went with JPEGs this time. With RAW, you'll see it change. That's why I left it on JPEG. Beautiful colors. And there's my mother bird. I showed a video of the squirrels and the mother bird. This is my wife and her grandparents. It was a long time ago, I think like 2015, 16. And you know, I get different stuff inside the house. I'm trying different lighting sequences. I'm learning more about the camera. I love the pictures. So even if this is smaller than, I think, the APS-C in full frame, you know, it still looks pretty good. So I'm practicing between the black and white and the different ISOs. So I have that pop look on the colors. The red is a little bit darker, but it's kind of like the vivid look. So this is this morning, these pictures right here. And I'm focusing on the birth bath here. You know, the difference of saturation in the ISOs. And I switched all three lenses. So I think I'm using the 90mm Apo from Leica, Summicron. And you can see the different saturations. So this one is highly saturated. Different lenses. I'm liking it, folks. And I did the next quite a few shots on this tree back here, which is beautiful. And the stop sign. So I switch it to less and less saturation, or increase it. Yeah, it looks like it's going lighter. Same thing here, okay? Look at the back of the fence. So the colors become richer in tone in the grass. So this is the standard. This is the high medium. And this is high. And do the same thing with the TV. And that's it. So there we go. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling. I'll be back with some more. I have some more with the Nikon 1 J5 with different lenses. So I got plenty of content, plenty of pictures. I'm waiting for the Nikon to Leica M so I can put some fantastic glass, the 50mm type, on this. So with the 1.33 crop, it'll be a little bit more, but there's that size planner macro I want to try on this and see how the pictures are. So I think I got it pretty well taken care of. The 35mm, the 75, 90mm. I'll put the 50mm on here. I don't know if I'm going to get like the 18 or 28. 35 kind of covers it. 35 covers it between the 28 and 50. So I'm going to stick with this. So thank you for watching. I know this was kind of a long video. Sorry about that, but I'm kind of excited to try out this new thing. So thank you for watching. Goodbye, folks. I'll see you later.